Hey, it's me, Kimberly, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sure if you're from Trinidad and Tobago, you've heard the phrase, Trinidad is not a real place. Well, that's because it isn't, right? Enough strange things happen in this country that makes us realize sometimes that we might have just created an illusory world for ourselves because we have been forsaken by higher forces. And ever so often there's a glitch in the matrix, making it very apparent to us that we are just moving parts against a background of phantasm, carrying out daily Sisyphean tasks just to pass the time. I'll explain. Well, we have a beautiful national anthem. We have beautiful scenery. And we have beautiful people who greet you so nicely.
Hello.
Not to mention being a mere 756 kilometers from an impending civil war, but let's not talk about that right now. Let's not, no, not talking about that right now. I actually intended to do this series late last year because is it just me or is it that after that earthquake, strange things started to happen last year? Think about it.
Mr. Abdullah is just another politician.
On applications, David, they must process it quickly and not have something waiting for 2 years.
And apparently we rolled into 2019 not much different. We survived the year of January, and of course, as the true trainer that I am late in giving you all a January review of some of the strange things that happened. But nobody can tell me anything about being later. It's a part of the culture, it's in my blood. We have selective focus. Christmas pass, you put away money for ham, jam and lamb, right? Carnival coming up, you don't put away money for your costume, you don't know who you're playing with. Everybody done secure the bacchanal road tickets from last year. But inspection tickets? Nah! I go do that next month. Nah, I go do that next week. Nah. But the first pass, you say nah, I go sort it out. January 2nd, you see so much Trinidadians doing the $5,000 run, as I like to call it. You have to make a run that could cost you $5,000. I, for one, I claim to be very organized, but I don't have a car. I know that's when you're an adult, like a real adult, like a real life paying bills adult, unlike myself, that you get busy. So I'm not really judging, right? And as I said, I don't have a car. The only time it really hit me that I didn't have a car was recently when I saw Trevor Sayers. I swear I see Trevor Sayers in crib passing me in a BMW. Trevor Sayers passing me in a BMW. And also I went on the man Facebook page. His Facebook page have 3,000 likes. My page had like 100. So I really who out of the both of us is really the real doctor here? Who really accomplishing things here in this country? It had to be he. So late last year, probably at the end of the year, he released a video of him sitting down on the toilet, right? And he just had leaf covering his genitals, and I have no idea, I cannot remember what it was that he was actually advertising, because I really think that my brain decided to shut down in order to preserve the current settings. Thank you very much, brain. But whoever saw it, I understand the trauma, we don't speak about it, we're just trying to heal. Whoever didn't see it, just thank the God that you serve, alright? As 2019 hit, however, I saw somebody trying to follow in the same Trevor Sayers path. I saw Pastor Dr. Reverend Minister Winston Cuffie advertising for conceiving twins, that he can make you conceive twins, right? I'll put it up on the screen. Okay, starting from the top, right? 2019, it's time to birth the blessing. It's your due season, Galatians 6:9. The baby is due. Time for your dream, vision, desire to be born. Time for your dream, vision, desire to be born. In this season, exclamation mark. capitals, because it's the due date 2019, brackets, at 9 months the baby is born, which I think we all know. The seed, baby in womb, becomes seen in 2019. That's not clever, that's dumb, right? The seed becomes seen. Okay. How to conceive and birth twins. In this new year, a new breed and brand of the double portion blessing and bounty of the Lord. Surely will be a night to remember, making your new year brighter than ever. Note, next in series, how to conceive and have triplets or more. Wow, okay, we're doing very well. 2019, year of the manifested blessing. Tomorrow night, whatever. Signs, wonders, miracles, deliverance from sickness, demonic oppression, and breakthroughs for every other need. Okay, so what they're really trying to say here is that they have a certain configuration of prayer that can make you conceive twins. And then they say they have one to make you conceive triplets. So if you go to the twins one and then go to the triplets one, do you make 5 children? I would like to know. These are important questions. These should be asked, these should be addressed, right? But what I don't get, right? He is going as Dr. Winston Cuffie. Dr. Winston Cuffie, same way as Dr. Trevor Sayers goes as Dr. Trevor Sayers. Not the same way as I go as Dr. Kimberly Cudjoe. Two different things, because neither of them are actual doctors. Dr. Winston Cuffie faked obtaining a doctorate from the University of the Golden Pacific, which, if you haven't heard about it, okay, that makes sense because it doesn't exist, right? And since then, since 2001, he's been going as Dr. Winston Cuffie. So it kind of gives you like a status, like okay, this person knows what they're talking about, and it's not real, it's not truth, right? But we do know that this family is not unfamiliar with white lies that, you know, can deceive us, but apparently not bad enough to land them into the region pits of fire in hell. But at least his daughter Vicky actually got a degree. It was just that he wanted better photos, which I understand, you know, as somebody who likes Instagram and such. I understand he wanted a better photo opportunity, so he created it. Okay, cool. And he also has a daughter who's an actual doctor, and she is allowing him to go forth with this misconception, right? And this becomes dangerous because couples, especially couples, right? Not just people who, oh, I want a child and then I get you. Couples who did things the right way, as in they dated, they were dating only the same person, like each other. They got married, they're trying to have children. They are the most vulnerable people when it comes to fertility, because unfortunately they have to be around a lot of people, like 15-year-olds who are pregnant and don't want the children, people who have abortions all the time. Meanwhile, they did everything the right way because they are church people and they don't get through the pregnancy. And fertility doesn't work like that, right? I understand the power of prayer. I do believe in power of prayer. I am a believer as well. But also as a doctor, I know that it's more complicated than that you need to go through the thorough investigation process for both the male and the female. Yes, the male included, because a lot of fertility problems are caused by males, and they send the women through rigorous fertility investigations, where for the males it's just a semen analysis. So having these people target vulnerable members of society like that is very, very disheartening to me. And you could even come to me and tell me, oh, I guess not cool, I want some vitamin C, and I will tell you, no, the studies prove that that's not making any sense. You have to have so much vitamin C for it to even make an impact on the illness, and because it's false information, right? It's misinformation. And the daughter, I will not call her name, but we all know her name, as a doctor, is allowing her father to go forth with this false impression and is not saying anything. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. And what they would end up saying is that these fertility medications or these prayers work, and I started to wonder if it was actual medication or prayers, because he did mention that there were 4 pills, but I'm thinking, I hope like the 4 pills are faith, hope, prayer, and love, and together you make a baby. I hope it's not like 4 actual pills, right? Because in this one that I put up on the screen now, you'll see that he mentioned that there were 4 pills, and he was saying that it was manufactured in the labs of heaven and approved by the FDA. Not the Food and Drug Administration as we all know it as, right? But the fertility-driven anointing. And yes, and that they work. But these, if it is that he's actually offering actual physical fertility medication, just know that they will not work. What will work is what you're going to continue doing, which is actively trying to have a child after the fact, after taking the fertility medication. That's what's going to work, right? When it comes to other things like obeah or something, it may or may not work. I don't know. I just wanted to segue into this next topic because I saw somebody getting a sue for obeah, and I thought that was very interesting. Because I get it, like that's a big thing, but I don't know if it'll be recognized in the law, the constitution. But I mean, you could try. Also, in really interesting things that happened is that Denise Sosiwa Belfon got herself in some trouble over this video.
Hold up and kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Hold up and kill him, kill him, kill him. Hold up, the boy, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Hold up and kill him, 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 kill him.
Okay, so we all saw that video, right? I don't know if it's still on social media, but I saved it as soon as I saw it because I was so disgusted by it that I knew I had to talk about it, right? And we all saw with our eyes, and we all heard with our ears what she said, and we also saw her back away from the mic looking pleased as Pudge and in approval of, okay, this was good, this was fine, this was perfectly acceptable, right? And what we can clearly see and hear is that this artist is spewing rhythmic hate speech against a community which has supported her for several years and a community which believed her to be an ally to them. However, in an interview with Boom Champions, with a few guests, including her and Kalive Joseph, who I know, who writes for Womantra, Denise Sasiwa Belfon. Why do I have to say her full name? Denise Sasiwa Belfon. It doesn't sound complete when I say Denise Belfon. So Denise Sasiwa Belfon, right? She says that she sees nothing wrong with it. She has no problem with the LGBTQ plus community, hands, not the LGBTQU community as he said in the thing, which I'm sure he said intentionally to make fun of the people, but anyway, LGBTQ plus community, she has no problem with them and that she deserves an apology for being attacked. And she also says that whatever she was portraying is just consistent with dub plate culture, so it should be fine. So I follow Womantra on Facebook, right? So I saw that they had posted this up after I had seen the video and screen recorded the video. And I saw people commenting, hey, all you was on that bacchanal, all these unimportant things, blah, 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 blah. And I don't really comment on Facebook posts very often, but I had to comment something, right? Because like you all don't understand the gravity of the situation. And also when I was listening to Slam 100.5, which a W and Blaze, it was like, yeah, that dubplate culture, that dubplate culture, that's just what it is. Sorry. I don't mean to mock them. I like them. Hey guys, if y'all happen to see this. But like, yeah, it's just that there's the culture. I think people, blowing out the proportion. That's what he do. The man is right here with them. He's write these songs and he lyrics and he's how to do it, and that's what he's how to do. But at the end of the day, you as a person, you have a responsibility to use your voice for positivity in some way, shape or form, or at least use a voice to say no, or can we change the lyrics to something else? Like we could probably hold killers and kill them or something. Still violence, if we love violence in the Caribbean so much, we can hold killers and kill them. Why does we have to hold gay people and kill them? Why? So anyway, about the Facebook post, right? So when they were saying that Womantra only focuses on the unimportant things and so many big issues going on. First of all, they post everything. Yes, female and male inclusive issues going on in the country. So this is Kimberly who's editing. I said some nice stuff about Womantra and all of that is consistent, but something that happened recently has me very disenchanted with them, and I'll speak about that in an upcoming video. So yeah, okay, bye. But this is definitely not a light-hearted issue, right? I'll read what it is that I said. Alright, you all are missing the issue here clearly. The issue is that this public figure could so easily and comfortably spew hate into a microphone, and it should be okay because why? The DJ said to do it. isn't the conversation that is supposed to be had to be based on why is hate speech still acceptable and even seen as an aspect of our culture in quite 2019. Everybody in the world must progress and we mustn't, because why is the culture. And yes, I know about music, song clash and dub plays. I know how it's done. I know, I understand the concept, I get it. But all of this can be done without calling for the attack of an already socially condemned group of people. So the issue definitely is not small talk, etc, 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 etc. We have a duty as human beings to make our words meaningful. Please, next time, try it. And what I would have to say to Denise Belfon will be basically that she spoke about her legacy on the interview, right? I would never knock her legacy, regardless of what she is to me. That doesn't matter. Her performances, her accolades, whatever, that speaks for itself, right? I am not who determines whether or not she is successful, whether or not she was successful. I do not determine that, right? So regardless of your legacy, my dear, right now you are not in the same place that you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? Right now, you probably are not in the position of asking a DJ, I don't want to sing that. Or, man, I don't brushing it off. Man, don't do that one. Let me do that next one. Because you're not at the level that you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? However, when it is that you pulled away from the microphone with a smirk, that to me was enough indication that you approved of what you said. So it might be, intimidation, because I'm basically at these people's mercies now because I'm not at the state of popularity that I was. But you pulled away and you smirked. It wasn't as vocal and approval as when your daughters had dragged the young lady in the road and you was bawling and cheering them on and saying, yeah, bitchy. But it was enough sign of approval to show that you knew exactly what you were saying, exactly what you were doing, and you didn't care what the consequence was. The latest that I heard about this very relevant and important issue that members of the Kaiso Sex and Gender Facebook group penned a letter that was put in the news day, like basically speaking from her perspective. And like, it's really good. I'll link it down below, right? I'll link the article down below. When this I've read, like, okay, when I started reading it, I was like, oh my god, she actually apologized. And I read the first sentence, I was like, no, this is not. Because everything was so well said. I mean, oh god, I'm terrible. It was put forth so well. I was like, no, this is not her. But yeah, I'll put that down below so you'll be able to click it and you'll be able to have a read of that. So, talking about basic human rights. Follow along with me, right? Prisoners in prison took out their camera phones recently and connected to the internet to show us that the food that they were being served were less than delectable. In this video that I saw on Alert TNT that had the whole country asking, but what in jail is this?
Look at this bread. Watch out this bread. This killing we day by day in the jail. Make a butter in a whole bread to put. What is sardine here now? They give you less than a teaspoon of sardine in our bread. And they give you that day by day we get week in the jail here. What you going on? And they're saying that had to last from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock. You understand? What should they give in jailers here? You understand?
You want to talk about this tea?
Yeah, what the cocoa tea they give you? They put sulfur in the cocoa tea. You understand? What the color? It have sugar, it have milk, nothing. Just cocoa tea and hot water.
Well, tell me, what kind of fish is that? What is that? Break the skin it up. I see anything like that? I never see anything like that. What's the bone? Pull out the bone. Not that one, the next piece. Nah, the next piece are the bone on it. Yes. Anybody can tell me what kind of fish bone that is? You never see any fresh looking like that? Anything? Shut up. No salt, no seasoning, just rice and chana. Watch it. It come the chana and it's hot. Fireball.
Okay, so how to start with this, right? Alright, so the food don't look like how mommy used to make it. Nice and delicious, but I mean, you could eat it. Just like open your mouth, spit in your mouth, and chew and think about what you did wrong to land in prison in the first place. No, that's not what I was trying to say, right? Alright, since I was young, I've always believed that prison should be about reform, not punishment. But as I matured and got older and understood the hearts and minds of people, I realized that it should be about both reform and punishment, right? So in a country where we aren't actually doing that great economically, and there were restrictions placed on school feeding programs, as in food for children without food, which will help them learn and do well in their life, we have to cut down on that. Yeah, when you have a wide array of foods, regardless of how bad it tastes, we're not going to care about it, right? Because you're not starving. If you were starving, we would have come out to support you all. So don't ever make it feel like if we ain't care. We care. If you were starving. I eat bad food already. I buy a bad double some crepe already. I was hungry. I eat it. I live. Sustenance. You move on with your life, right? So if it is that we provide luxuries towards people who were very adamantly against letting people live normal lives, not even luxurious lives, normal lives, yeah, no, it's not going to work out like that, right? In Brooklyn currently, there are protests going on where prisoners are kept in less than freezing conditions and the heat is turned off in the prison, so a lot of them are suffering. They are at risk of death. They are suffering from hypothermia. So there are several protests going on at the bottom of that prison outside, and yet there are no camera phones inside showing, hey, these are the conditions that's going on here, right? Because that's not cool. And it's like a normal thing in this place, in this country, where prisoners could have camera phone, have cell phone, talking to this one, have Wi-Fi or data, and that's a normal thing in this place. So yeah, no, sorry, not sorry. We care, but we don't care. Basically. And on to what has to be everyone's favorite story that happened so far this year.
Another call. Good evening, caller. Hello? Hello? Yes, sir. Yes, is that Mystar, Mr. Mystar? Yes, it is. Is it Mr. Mystar? Yes, good evening. Yes. Do you know a lady by the name of Ruby Myers used to work Minister Works? I can't recall at this time. Yes. Okay, then, let me help you out here. She's my wife, who you were having sex in the office with at the Minister Works. All right. And it caused my marriage. Hello.
And of course, the Trinidad had fun with this one.
Girl, roll up now, you show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy.
Hello.
Yeah, so girl, I love.
And Mystar himself had fun with this one. But I mean, if you'll find adultery and destruction of the family unit to be entertaining, then fine, you do you, boo-boo. You see, in this time where WASA restricting water, I really hope that they start to restrict these wet men, because I can't handle them. I really have no patience for them, right? Well, that's it for me. Remember, whatever y'all took out on high purchase Christmas time, I had a big guest back to pay. So don't study me too much. Study all your affairs, right? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is important to me because a lot of y'all know I am a ridiculously busy person, and when you subscribe, I basically understand that you all want to see my content. And I realized, okay, it's probably worth me getting 2 hours of sleep tonight to film this video. So yeah, that's important to me. Also, make sure and follow me on other social media at Kim Cudjoe on both Twitter and Instagram, and also on my Facebook page at Kim Cudjoe. You can follow me there. A lot of subscribers try to send me friend requests on Facebook, and I feel bad about not accepting them, but I mean, you can pretty much keep up with me on my page. So yeah, that's why I did it, right? It's called Kimberly Cudjoe, and Kimberly Cudjoe as in, you know, me, Kimberly Cudjoe Ent as in, you know, Ent, and Kimberly Cudjoe ENT as in entertainment, because I do, well, these videos, chit chats, I do music and songwriting and dancing and all that stuff, right? So yeah, that's it for me, and I will be doing this more regularly, so I'll be able to speak about the topics that tend to lose traction over time, which I was unable to do in this video. So look out for more Trinidad is Not a Real Place videos, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.